Our daughter had an experience of life and death that most of us don't have. And she talked about communicating with those who had passed on. Something was happening that I couldn't explain that was very real. And then she told us something else, something I wasn't prepared for. When Ahna was around 9, Ahna started talking about having these visions of an ancient world and her life there. The way she talked about it was as if she was actually walking around the place where she used to live. She described caves. She described a desert-like environment, simple homes, life events, times of transition living in caves with community members. Her description led me to believe that this was an ancient civilization. She was being very descriptive from the perspective of someone who lives there, not from the perspective of someone who imagined it or wrote a book about it. It was as if she could see herself doing the daily tasks that her life there involved.
It wasn't so much the words that Ahna was using, it was more of the way she was saying it.
The more she spoke, the more I realized she was merely reporting what she had seen, and that there was a whole set of experiences and emotions that came with it. How could a little girl have all of this information about this ancient civilization? Ahna's been reluctant to talk about this experience with a lot of other people. It's not something that kids normally talk about at school. It can be a little lonely when you're the only one in your circle who has this type of experience. One day, Ahna told me about a traumatic event that happened involving an earthquake in her village. Ahna told me that the earthquake was such that parts of the ground started to open and sands fell in and roofs started collapsing, and much of the townspeople fled. And she described it very specific, as if she were witnessing it all over again. I was amazed. Ahna has drawn several of her memories. One of the first things that she drew was islands where she used to live. It was as if she drew a map that she once saw when she was there.
Ahna starts recalling spontaneously. The other morning, she woke up and said, I just remembered the entire language. And she said, I don't know how, I don't know what's going on, but I need a piece of paper and a pen.
She drew them on a 3x5 card for me and began to put English words next to some of them.
It looked like ancient writings. This whole thing is blowing me away. When we started to find information that matched what she told us, we were amazed. We were online one day. On the screen was that scientists had found this ancient civilization named Heraklion. It was a digital recreation of what they think Heraklion resembled. Heraklion was an ancient civilization that had been discovered underwater in the year 2000. Its beginning goes back to about 12th century BC. Researchers had said that it was a port city and that a big earthquake led to it being underwater.
So the experience that Ahna describes of a series of earthquakes is very much like Heraklion.
And Heraklion was on an odd-shaped island. When Ahna and I saw that, we thought, that's exactly what you drew. I started to wonder, is she remembering a past life?